Okay, we are recording. So welcome everyone to our first attempt at a Zoom call. I hope this is something that we'll be able to do regularly, and I think it'll be a lot of fun and we can connect with each other, especially when we have the video and we get to see each other, and that's fun. So Angie and Judith and I were really blessed to get to go to the convention. It was the first time for all three of us, and it was really an amazing experience. So we thought it would just be fun if we were able to tell you some of the highlights of the convention and what we learned and what we gleaned from the experience. And some of the things we may want to go into a little bit more detail later on and maybe even practice. There's some skills that we learned that we thought we might be able to practice together in another Zoom call. But I thought tonight we would just sort of introduce ourselves and start sharing some of the highlights from the convention. We'll just see where we go from here. So I asked Judith to go first. So she's just going to share whatever she wants to about what she learned from convention. All right, Judith.
Hi, I'm Judith. I'm a Silver Ambassador from Plexus Worldwide. And I was so blessed to be able to go to the convention. I didn't think I was going to be able to go until the last minute, so it was an extra blessing. One of the statements that I came away from that I'm going to start with is I'm going to change it to kind of apply to myself. My best years are yet ahead of me, and that's from Les Brown, and he said that something like your best years are yet to come, and so I'm looking forward to the years ahead. And what I went to the convention for was joining Plexus. I was more to get healthier because I think I was on my way to becoming really unhealthy because of the way I was eating. And so for my husband and I, that's kind of where we're at, because we didn't have yet any real bad health problems. But if you don't take care of your body as you get older, that is where you're going to head. So it was more from a standpoint of preventive maintenance, the way if you're fixing your car, you might do an oil change because you might want to do that to prevent the things going wrong in your car. And for me, getting involved with Plexus and the products are doing preventative maintenance on my body. And I feel so good since I've been on it for several months now. So the thing I came away from was my desire was to help people, and that's what a lot of the speakers were talking about, are ways to help people, and with our ambassadors that are under us, to help them learn how to help other people, and help myself to learn how to help other people and be concerned with their health, and just being interested enough to listen. And one of the two things that that made a big impact on me was one, to have compassion for people, and to one speaker that said this was talking about the I think it was the 7 pillars, and he had, each one was a different point, and one of them was compassion. And that you want to listen. And a lot of times we do the talking, and we get so excited about Plexus and sharing it with other people that we share a lot about the products and about the things that we're excited about, instead of listening to what's going wrong with them, with their health, or even just with their lives, because so often even what's going on in their life has to do so much with their health, and whether they're depressed or even the stress levels that cause other health issues. And so then the second one was commitment, that I really made an impact on me, and just being so committed that you will stick with it, and you won't give up, and that you'll think down the road like 5 years or so, and that you will will just stick with the business. And that when you do that, one of them said that something, it might have been Les Brown, I should have written it down. But anyway, that when you stick with the business and your customers and your ambassadors see you sticking with the business, that they will stick with you. And one of Les Brown really impressed me. He was a man that was adopted, and his mother that adopted him was, I think she was a single parent. She adopted 7 kids, and he was a twin. And when his mother, I think she cleaned houses, but when he was with her, he would overhear motivational speakers, which he ended up becoming, and he was impacted with that. And just, he would always tell his mom that, "Mama, I'm going to take care of you someday." Well, so his testimony of how his life started was really an impact that to me, that he wasn't somebody in particular. I don't think he ever went to college, and yet he's become a very, very good speaker that just engages you when he talks and speaks. And this is one thing that I really liked. He said to communicate from your heart, and it is not where you start, it is where you're going. So those are the things that really impacted me, and this is the first time I've done this, so I have nothing more to say. If you could ever go to a convention, it really is great. For me, I think I will be listening to or reading some of the books from these speakers, because the biggest thing I'm going to get out of Plexus is just to is what it's called, when you learn to overcome your own what you learn out of it. I can't remember what it's called. I'm sorry. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, Judith. Okay, Angie, you want to go next? I can't hear you, Judith. I mean, Angie. Can everybody else? I think you're muted.
I did. I muted myself, and we might want to do that and take turns muting phones or the bottom left-hand corner, because we won't have so much background noise. Anyway, sorry, I didn't unmute, so I missed that part. Thanks for telling me. I'm Angie Galloway. I'm from Atlanta, and I just joined Plexus back in February and thought, you know what, I'm investing a lot of time and energy, but I really want to go and find out what Plexus is all about. And so I decided that convention would be a good place to do that. So I did, and was lucky enough to find some nice ladies who wanted to go join me in an adventure. And so I think my goals were to find out, again, what Plexus was all about, learn more about the products, and see what the environment was like, what the other ambassadors were like, what the leadership, what the quality of the leadership was. Because when you invest so much time and energy and even money when you're investing in the products for yourself, you really want to, know before you get too involved, what are you really working towards or for or whatever. So, so when we went, it was amazing. I mean, even just being in the airport in Phoenix, there were Plexus people all around. They all had their shirts and just different things. There were, I don't know, there were different numbers. I mean, we're hearing anywhere between 6,500 and 8,000 people there. So when you come into the airport the day that most people were arriving, I mean, it was tremendous. And then even on the street, as you got out of the main hotels, there were Plexus people all over. So you just felt like you could turn around and talk to anybody and say hello and where are you from, and all kinds of stuff. So that was a neat sense of community. Going into the first event was amazing. I mean, it was a huge room, and they had lights, and the excitement level was so high. Pink drink everywhere at every 5-gallon little water dispenser area, and you could drink it all day long. That was fun. But they started off, and I thought, wow, this is a lot of hype. Can the company and the product stand up to all this hype? And as we watched, it was evident. I mean, it was so evident that the heart of the company was real. As much as they were glad to have us there, you know, they really wanted to encourage us in our decision to have chosen to be ambassadors for Plexus. The heart was what really struck me. I mean, you know, Alec and Tarl, thank you. You know, they just came off as such humble guys. I mean, they were not uncomfortable in the front of the room, but they were not seeking attention. They were not, you know, driven by a lot of personal, you know, attention and hype and all of that. They were really there just to give credit to the people who had worked so hard. And it was very sweet to see that sort of, I don't know, just, you know, genuine care for people. Obviously, they had relationships with a lot of the other Plexus ambassadors. You saw some friendships that were there. It was very sweet. You know, even the other ambassadors that we talked to, I mean, even the high up ones that had really made their way to the very top level, all of them would say hello to you, and you know, even though I didn't push it, would somehow end up engaging in conversation. I got invited, you know, I got invited to dinner one time from a friend and got the chance to meet some people, and then even family members, you know, I got introduced. So, you know, it was very much the OnePlexus name turned out to be the real deal. I mean, it really is that sort of environment. So even though you're not in the same, you know, branch of the company where somebody would directly financially benefit from anything that you would do, that did not mean they wouldn't sit there and talk to you and answer a question. You know, we couldn't monopolize them, obviously, and we tried not to, but oftentimes they would initiate too once you just said hello. So it was very, very sweet. And then the integrity of just the products themselves. I mean, for that many people to be there and be absolutely just sold out on the product of everything that Plexus offers is huge. I mean, there was not a product that they said, well, these are really good, but, you know, this one's, you know, not all my customers really like that one. Nothing like that. I mean, it was an absolute 100% confidence in the leadership of Plexus, the company of Plexus, the products that they had, and then the business opportunity. I mean, across the board, it was, you know, not to say it was always easy. You know, no one said that, not at all. But they said that it was worth it. That if they had invested, you know, concerted, consistent time, you know, over the course of months and sometimes up to a year or 2 years, that they really got to a financial position of being free. A lot of times being able to, you know, retire from, you know, whatever other job they had, you know, that it was such an opportunity as that. And then the fact that the growth potential is so high because this is still really young. I mean, no matter where you are really, but especially, you know, in areas that we are from, Plexus is really not well represented at all. Most people still don't know about it. So, you know, for us to say that we're in the right company, with the right leadership, with the right products at the right time has turned out to be true. So, you know, I think that's my biggest takeaway from the convention. Certainly, you know, a lot of fantastic training and other things went on that we'd love to share with you guys, but, you know, you've done a good thing by joining Plexus at the time that you have. You were in the right place. And the teamwork is there, the people are kind, and you'll forge tremendous friendships, and the financial benefits are there too. So that's all.
All right, thanks, Angie. All right, what I was going to share is just a lot of what Angie shared about when we first got there. The excitement level was so high, and I mean, it was just excitement and energy. When you say, Angie, just so much energy in that room. And the enthusiasm and passion for Plexus was so evident. So that was exciting. And just, you know, the whole theme of the conference was OnePlexus. And as Angie said, you know, we really saw that, the unity there and the encouragement to work together. We're one team. We have one vision. We have one goal. And I love that. I think that's a rare thing to find in a company like that. And then what she was saying about Tarl and Alec, that impressed me so much because they just came across so humble, so grateful. And they called us their partners. You know, it wasn't like they were putting them themselves above us or anything like that. And they were so grateful for everything that we do as ambassadors. And I just loved, like Alec was especially moved to tears so many times by testimonies. You could just see that they had tender, compassionate hearts. And I really liked that about them. And everyone that spoke with them, that knew them, talked about their integrity and how we could trust them. And it was obvious, too, that they're committed to excellence, just in every little detail. The things that were there at the convention and the things that we know before and afterwards about the company really impressed me, that they pay attention to detail and are definitely committed to excellence and to quality. So I love that. There were just so many good sessions. One good session was by Jen Hawkins, a Diamond Ambassador with Plexus, and she gave us a lot of tips on how to use social media. And that might be something that we want to go into more detail if y'all are interested in that. Maybe we could do another Zoom call, because she gave a lot of great tips. And then this one was great. There was a session by a nurse. Her name was Bibi Shadeg. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly. She was from Venezuela. She was so cute and so much fun with her accent. And she had a lot of knowledge. And I think that Angie may have posted some graphics in the group, right, from her talk. It has information about each one of the products, and that'll be really helpful to you. And one of the things she said that I just thought was really cute, we might could post this on Facebook, is if you have cells, you're a good candidate for Slim and Block. And I've also heard her say, I think this was on Rock the Pink, she said, if you have intestines, you need ProBio. So I thought those would be two really fun and effective things to post on Facebook sometime. But she had so much knowledge. I'm sure we'll be hearing from her more in the future. And then Big Al, he was great. He's a network marketing expert. And so many times we wonder, what do we say? You know, I've had ambassadors message me. Someone just messaged me. They want more information on Plexus, but what do I say? What do I say? And he was very helpful. He had a lot of good words that we could use and strategies. And one of the things he talked about is how we make up our mind so quickly. And we don't make up our mind based on facts. We make up our mind based on emotions and whether we think we can trust someone. And so he gave us some things to say that would help us be able to take advantage of that. And how it's stories. People are so interested in stories, you know, and that moves their emotions. And what they do is they identify with the hero or heroine in the story, and they're putting themselves into the story as you tell it. So that's one of the reasons stories are so effective. And if we can tell stories about how the products or the business has helped people, that really impacts the people we talk to. And so one of the things he said, this was great, we love this. He said, you tell someone, before I tell you how this works, let me tell you what happened to me. And then you tell them a story about your testimony, your business testimony or your product testimony. Or if you don't have one, share another one that you know. And one of the things that does is they put down their radar. So their radar was up, and they're like, I'm going to be skeptical here. I'm not going to fall for this, you know. And the radar is all up. And then when you tell them that, they like put it down and they listen to the story. And they get involved and interested with the story. So that was just, he had so many tips, but that was one of the ones that he gave us that I think is going to be really helpful. And then, Angie or Judith, who was it that talked about the Plexus Shield of Confidence? I don't remember.
It was in one of the PowerPoint presentations.
Was it Jen?
It wasn't BB. There was only 2 PowerPoint presentations. It wasn't BB. It was whoever had the other one.
Maybe it was Sheila. Was it Sheila?
Oh,
okay.
I took a picture of it, so I have it if we need it.
Yeah, I do have that too. So maybe if you want to post that in the group later, that would be great. But I just wanted to share the 4 things on the Shield of Confidence because I thought these were very helpful. Number 1 is we have the 60-day money-back guarantee. And did you know that your customer, they could try the products for 90 days and they could still take advantage of the 60-day money-back guarantee for the most recent 60 days. So it's not just 60 days all or nothing. And I just think that's amazing. And also, we'll make sure y'all know that if you have a customer that takes advantage of the money-back guarantee, it doesn't come out of your pocket. You know, Plexus eats that money because they've already paid you the commission, and then they still give the money back. And that's how committed they are to their products and to customer service, and how confident they are that their products are going to work. So that's one area of our confidence. And then the other is there's a lot of scientific evidence out there for the ingredients that are in Plexus products. And I know people have said to me, I want to see studies on these Plexus products. The studies, they may not be able to find exactly what they want, like a study about Slim or, you know, ProBio, but they will be able to find lots of studies about the ingredients. And there are thousands of testimonials of real life people whose lives have been changed. That's another point that gives us confidence. And then the phenomenal growth of the company. I think 16,000% in the last 3 years. Over that is how much the company has grown. And you don't have that kind of growth with products that don't work. So these are just 4 areas that give us confidence that we can share the products with confidence and with passion and with strength. And so that's really huge. Let's see, where's my last note? Okay. Yeah, save the best for last. I just was blown away by Les Brown. He was so awesome to me. And he ended the conference with such a powerful speech. I mean, we were crying, we were laughing with him, we were clapping, we were sticking our finger in our ear, whatever he told us to do. And he was just so awesome. And then at the very end, he led us all to bless Alec and Tarl. And that was a really, you know, moving, emotional moment. And it was just, it's hard really for me to put it into words. It was so special, you know, just to be there for that. And I definitely was impacted by him. He was just so positive, and like Judith was sharing, you know, he was one of 7 children his mom adopted. She was a domestic worker. You know, he was not born with a silver spoon in his mouth, as he said, but he, through determination and hard work and positive attitude, was able to rise and to do what he wanted to do, which is to be a motivational speaker. He certainly motivated and inspired me. One of the things he said was, if you do what's easy, your life will be hard, but if you do what's hard, your life will be easy. And he's just talking about being willing to make the hard choices, you know, to work hard, to go out of our comfort zone, like doing a Zoom meeting when we've never done one before, or, you know, whatever it is that we've never done before, we can go out of our comfort zone and do things that maybe seem a little hard at first, but in the end, it's going to make our life easier. And he says, if you have a dream, you know, God gave you that dream. You know, He's promised to lead us and direct our paths if we acknowledge Him, and He can show us how to bring it to fruition. And he kept, he would quote the Bible, and he would say, well, my favorite book says, and he would quote a verse. I loved the way he did that. And I was trying to see what else I wanted to say from him. So he just kept having us say, you know, it's possible. And it may be hard, but we can do hard. We can do it. It's just believing in ourselves. And if you have never looked him up, you know, Google his name. Google quotes by Les Brown. He has so many great quotes. He has a Facebook page. I know you can see a quote from him every day on Facebook, and I think you can sign up for a video you get every day.
Oh, and it's 2 sessions. I found the video. The video's, you know, not perfect, but you can watch both of the things from the convention too.
And you posted that in the group, right? Yeah, so y'all can watch that, and like she said, the quality may not be the best, but you'll be able to get an idea of what we heard and how much he blessed us and inspired us. So I think that's all I have. It's hard to narrow all of it down into just a short little call, but we wanted to share with y'all some of the insights that we've learned and some of the ways that we were impacted by convention. And hopefully next year we can have a huge group at convention. That would be a lot of fun. And also, you know, we have the Leaders Retreat coming up, and starting June 1st, we're already earning credits toward the Leaders Retreat. And I know Angie posted some information in the group about how you can get to Leaders Retreat, what it would take, and also an Excel spreadsheet where you can track your points. So that's something that we can all work towards. It doesn't matter what your rank is. it's a level playing field. You know, everyone, whether you're a diamond or you just joined, everyone has to earn points the same way for Leaders Retreat. So we all are working and trying to earn those points to get there, and we can encourage each other along the way. And I just want to thank y'all for taking the time to join us tonight. And you let me know if you'd be interested in having these meetings weekly or every other week or once a month, or what you would like to do, and we could try to have more. All right, that's all.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye, thank you.
Bye.
Stop recording.